This is a personal YouTube reading, order number 1729. I'm not going to use your first name or your second name. I know you provided me with your names. Thank you so much. But when it comes to the occult, you have to have a specific, like special magical name. I will give you some examples of the names that you can choose for your practice, but you're of course free to choose any name that you want. And the reason why is because you have like very unusual, I would say, future ahead in practice, and you need to detach yourself from your physical body, from your physical form, from your human side. And when you choose a name, it's like you give yourself a new direction in life. You give yourself a new start. It's like naming a ship, and depends on how you name it. It's going to show you how the ship is going to sail the dark oceans. So for you, choosing a magical name is one of the most important things that you can do, and I do advise you to do that. The first thing, like this name is going to give you like direction. It's going to give you understanding of your path, and it's going to help you to actually manifest the thing you want, and to be more connected with your spirit, because your human name, your name, your given name, it's the name that didn't come from you. It came from your family, and you are different. You have different path and different understanding of life, and you have different soul purpose in this planet. And in order to do that, to fulfill your soul purpose, you have to start your life like in a new way, and the new name gonna help you to do that. Your mind is very strong, exceptionally strong, and your mind actually find a way to attach itself to normal 3D things that surrounds you. It's like your routine becomes in your mind your life. And for you, in order to break that and to become free, you have to detach yourself from everything. You have to have like two different lives, one that are shown to normal people, and one that you live for yourself, for your own soul purpose, for your own life on this planet, for your path that you are choosing right now. Because I know you ask me only about directions in the realm of supernatural direction on your new path and new beginnings, and this is the first advice from me, is to change your name. I'm starting with a palm reading, and I have a photo of your right palm in front of me. The right palm is usually the destiny palm, and the left palm is the palm that represents your free will and your life. The most interesting thing that I see in your palms is actually this area. This area right here. If you have a look at your palms right now, you're gonna see how different it is. First of all, it tells me that you're not really a person who follows your destiny. That was from the day you were born. There's probably something interesting happened on the day you were born. It's either was an abnormal weather outside, or some kind of like situation. Something was very unusual on the day you were born, and since that, like, your life was always unusual. Even if it was, even if you felt like it was like pretty usual or boring, but it never was. It's something weird. Always like you are surrounded by supernatural, by spirits and ghosts, dark shadows, dark things you feel and you see more than others. The most interesting part about you is your eyes are closed to the supernatural. You don't see with your eyes, but you feel everything. It's like your skin is interesting, like a snake skin. You have a sense of everything that is happening around you. Your intuition is like a cat intuition, like feline intuition. You understand people in front of you more than you even want to. You understand their actions. You can read their minds. You understand what's about to happen, who you should trust and who you shouldn't trust. You are very unusual in a way how you sense the world and how you understand it. In the underworld, when I saw you, you have lines all over your face, vertical lines that goes like tears from your eyes down to your body. It's a very unusual thing. It shows me that you are extremely empathic and you are extremely psychic. You feel so much that sometimes you feel like crying, because you don't even like you can understand like what it is that you feel. But I also know that your mind is extremely exceptionally strong, and you are very strongly connected with your divine masculine, so you're not allowing yourself to express a lot of feelings that you have, and because of that you have like sometimes a lot of problems of expressing what you feel, what you think, and what you are. Like people don't really understand you. The things that you show and the things that you feel are always different, and you have an immense connection with magic, with witchcraft, any type of witchcraft of different forms and shapes. You are not really connected with the physical side of this planet, but you are extremely connected to the energy, to an energetical field, to magnetic field of Earth. You are connected by your divine feminine, actually. So your magic is very feminine. The first thing that stood out to me, and this is on your destiny palm, is that you're supposed to practice love magic, like love spells, and you're supposed to help people to find love, not only romantic love, but just the ability to love themselves and love life. I would say, as a healer, you are the one who helps people to come back to life, like come back to enjoyment, come back to understanding that life is beautiful. So you could be an amazing spiritual advisor in a way that you can be a healer, energy healer, or you can even use like some interesting medicines or music, like any type of things that people can connect and feel energetically. You can do. You can become parapsychologist. Hypnotizing people is something that you can do. It's literally you feel people so deeply that anything to do with people and healing them and teaching them to love everything. Again, that's your life purpose. Helping people. That's what it is. That's what you are. Your destiny was it was pretty normal. You were supposed to get married once, and then you were given to people, two partners in this lifetime who you were supposed to love deeply. Children, career, very normal life, college, even university if you wanted to. Like anything you want, literally, the most normal life that you can imagine. That's what you were giving. And I'm not even going to look on your destiny because the most interesting part of you when it comes to your spiritual abilities is your free will, the things that you actually did yourself, the things you manifested yourself, and the things that you chose yourself. That's what's interesting. Your left palm, your free will palm. The first thing, of course, this. I don't believe that I have seen it before. I've read it in books. This is like a very unique sign. It's the mark of Atagartis, and she was the goddess of ancient Sumers. She was the goddess of the sea and the goddess of love. And for love, she killed herself because she couldn't be with her lover, and she became a first mermaid. And this mark, it's actually the mark that represents the ocean. So it's literally if a person have this mark, like if you have it, it means you have a free path to sail anywhere you want. And because I'm talking about the spiritual, it means if you choose this path, if you choose to become someone like me, like a practitioner, you will become famous and abundant. And I guess I'm glad that you're asking about this now, because probably you already have on your mind something, like some things that you want to do, or you feel that this is what you are, because the normal life is no longer enough for you. And this is a really good time for you to do that, because you are in a place where the stars collide, like in a way that your path is free now. It's free of obstacles and free of everything. So if you choose to go forward, if you choose to do this thing, you will be successful. When it comes to the other thing that like standing out to me is like your love. You are an exceptionally unusual person when it comes to loving someone. The way you can give yourself to others is just mesmerizing, but yet you choose so carefully who to give your heart to. You choose so carefully even people you talk to. You might, if you want to, you might look like a social butterfly, but you are never open to anyone. You never open even to people that care about you and love you. You are exceptionally hidden from people, from the world, sometimes even from yourself. Your palm is extremely unusual in the way of the positions of the lines. You have three major areas which are not really usually like that. So you have one area that is your mind, imagination, and your dreamlike state. You you have your physical life, and it's all about love, caring, like family, dedication. And then you have this line that it's your past lives, your ancestors, your memories from the things that in the past. And it's extremely unusual. Sometimes I meet people who have like two parts of their palm. One is for mind and one is for the body. You have in the past so aggressively shown and so aggressively present. It means that you are heavily influenced by your past and past lives and past incarnations, the memories that are still in you. Every deja vu that you have, it's not really a deja vu, it's your past life. Every time you meet someone and you have like very strong feeling for them and you don't even understand why, it's because they are from your past lives. Sometimes you have these feelings when you sit in some kind of place and you have this feeling that you just want to cry or be emotional out of nowhere because there is no reason, no one is next to you. It is because this place you already visited in one of your past lives. This part, these past lives, that are still in your mind, that you still remember, they're making your life so much harder. They literally making every step of your way 10 times more difficult than for any other person. Your energy is always controlled and blocked by your past lives. It's like the moment you start feeling something from your past, you changing, like physically, mentally you changing. It's like one moment you are you, but then when you enter, for example, a place that you used to be in your past life, you become this person from your past lives. So sometimes you have this, like, I would say, even different type of personalities, and they change like so fast and so easy. You still are able to control it. Like probably people don't even notice it, but you notice it. You notice sometimes that you don't understand why you say those things or why you do these things. It is because all of this from your past lives. This area, the life, the normal life, and this is your free will palm. Again, exceptionally difficult. Like nothing is easy for you. There is always obstacles. There is always some kind of things that you have to go through or think about. Like there is always something on your path. The reason why is because you were never doing what you were supposed to do. You were never doing something that would make you happy, and you were never doing something that was part of your soul purpose. The more you try to fit in, the more you try to do the right thing, the more miserable you become and less happening in your life, like and less results you see. You are meant to work for yourself and you are meant to be of great service to people. That's your biggest gift and that's your biggest ability. This unusual part, this represents future, and it's so divided from the life that you have now. So if you struggle in life now, whatever it is you have in life now, you kind of have to let it go, leave it behind, and go forward. Whatever it is that you are surrounded with at this moment is not who you are, it's not your life, and it's not going to be in the future. Your future is already written, because I think the decision that you're making already affecting the future, your path, and everything that will follow. You have an exceptional person that is already in a way in your life. It's like you know this person, but maybe you don't know this person. It's a teacher, guru, friend, your past life lover. It's someone special, someone so unique that with this person you will change your future. It's probably your biggest teacher, and it's probably the most powerful person you've ever met, someone with great power and great knowledge, someone who can help you. I don't think that this connection should become even romantic. It could be just mentorship, it could be friendship, it could be a connection of two souls. You don't even have to meet this person, but you have to be sure that this person is in your life until you make it, until you become who you supposed to become and who you think you're supposed to become. You have an immense ability to manifest things. Your mind is really connected to the stars, so astrology is one of the things that you should consider very seriously. You literally have the mark of every planet on this part of your palm. So it means you are connected to every astrological zodiac sign. You are connected to all the stars and all the events that are happening in the world. So, for example, if it's going to be Mercury retrograde or some kind of thing like that, you are going to feel it more than anyone around you. For you, study astronomy, astrology is a must. The more scientific you are about this, the more successful you will become. Even though you are very empathic, but you are also very scientific, your mind is very rational when it comes to your abilities. So you have to have like an immense knowledge in something before you start practicing it empathically. You are supposed to be connected with your dark side more than anyone. You have Morgana ring, so it means you had a relationship with a demon in your past lives, past reincarnations. So now the dark arts of magic is something that you can do easily, that's for sure. This line here represents your connection with the fallen angels. You have like the wing here, and it shows me, it tells me that you have the blood of fallen angels in yourself. So you do have the ability to be like an angel to other people, and you also have like an interesting energy, so people kind of feel drawn to you. They always come to you for healing, for advice. Even if you are going to be in a crowd, you're going to notice that like the majority of people are going to be next to you, not to the other people. It's like you attract people. You're not really a type of person who actually loves people this much, but you know that you have to help them. So you're kind of very closed, but yet you're very open. You are kind and generous, but you also sometimes like practical. You know what needs to be done. You tend to overthink, but then when the emotions kick in, you just do it like on a whims. Like you just, if you feel that you want to do something, you can do like the most craziest thing. You are very grounded in a way that you connected to this planet more than you ever connected to something else, you know, like earth, ground, dark matter, dark waters, like ocean in the dark, sea in the dark. That's where you get your power from. That's where you recharge by yourself, alone. When you try to be in nature with other people, it's like you kind of always feel that you're giving away your energy to these people, so you can really recharge. For you, energy should be gained when you by yourself. You are some kind of hermit when it comes to recharging yourself and giving back to others. Yet you also, like a vampire, you need energy of others, you need energy of cities, you need energy of places. Energy for you is everything. That's how you feel, that's how you understand through energy and through the magnetic fields of Earth. Fire, something that you should work with, sigils, occult knowledge, occult symbols, ancient stories, ancient myths and legends. All of these things are kind of embedded in you. That's what you seek, that's what you want. You would probably rather believe the Anunnaki story than what Bible tells us, and that's what kind of shapes you. And I kind of like it because it's very unusual and yet very, very usual for you, I would say. If I would describe you in 2 words, if you would know like maybe how to present yourself to other people, I would say that you are an earth angel, someone who is definitely not from earth, but you are an angel who come here to help others, and yet you are a warrior, you are a protector, guardian, a guide. You guard knowledge, you guide people into the darkness, you guide people into the light, you guide people exactly where they need to be. You understand so much without knowing, and you know so much without understanding. You guided by love, and your love is sometimes extreme. You know, sometimes you can be in love with a tree or with the wind, with the moment, with a house, with some kind of object, with a thing. You need to train more when it comes to your energy. For you, I do recommend training with antique objects, training with candles, also writing or drawing sigils. It doesn't matter how it looks like, it's just for you like paper in this moment when you do this drawing, that's what's important. calligraphy, something that you can learn, and also connection with different lands. When you travel, go travel to see interesting temples, or travel for something that you can learn. Like if you can go and learn Buddhist meditation in a temple in Thailand, or if you can learn martial art in China or Japan, in Germany, it doesn't really matter. If you find a teacher who can teach you this martial art, that's what you should do. You have an interesting connection with war leaders, generals, kings who conquered like a lot of things. You've been at war many centuries in your past lives. You spent maybe half of your life at war. So now you choose peace and now you choose to help people. You have interesting connection with Europe. I think Vikings are the ones who kind of shaped your biggest like views on the afterlife, and for you to learn runes and for you to learn all of this like myth and legends that are from Vikings, Odin, Valhalla, all of these things, that's something that you should definitely do. When it comes to tattoos, you should be very careful because you are so energetically open. Anything that you put on your body becomes like a beacon in the underworld. It's like it attracts things that comes to you. So for example, if you want to do any tattoos, they should be connected with Vikings, like some kind of rune sequences, Vikings, sigils that bring good luck, prosperity, abundance, success, victory. Something that has to do with hieroglyphs, ancient Egyptian and ancient Mesopotamian cuneiforms. Letters are important to you, like letters for you as symbols. And in the underworld, you have like scrolls lying around you. So it means all this ancient knowledge, the more you know, the more you become connected to the past. So definitely seek ancient knowledge. And everything that you imagine, all of your dreams, all of your nightmares, all of your deja vus, whatever it is you feel that you think that you're imagining it, it's actually true. The things that you see or hear or you're scared to even admit to others, all of these things are true. You are so open to the universe, you are so open to your abilities that they are already manifesting in this 3D realm. It's just you are still scared to admit that this is who you are and this is what you are. The more you practice, the more things are going to come your way, the more things you're going to see, hear, and learn and experience. A lot of things are going to be scary, and a lot of things they're going to come from the dark side of this planet, from the veil. And just be ready. The more things are coming, the more you practice, the more intense your experiences are going to be. I'm gonna ask Tero for specific maybe things that you need to know, like maybe past lives or like literally anything that's gonna make your practice and life easier. And I'm using this specific deck because it's a deck that's based on 16th century. I think this is like the most interesting time phase for you, 16th, 17th century, because it's kind of like affects your life the most at this moment. So let's see. Also tarot, of course. Tarot you have to use for sure. You have to choose your deck, something interesting, something dark, something unusual. And tarot should be one of the tools that you have on your altar. You have to have specific place to practice your magic. That's where your money gonna come from, because you really need to do service to other, provide something for people. This card represents abundance of people who practice, of practitioners who can make money by doing with the love, and that's what it is. This is actually the card that represents altar, and it shows me that you don't really have an appropriate altar at the moment. The Fool card, the most amazing card from Major Arcana to actually have a reading when you start something, because this is the first card of tarot. Some people say it's the last one. For me, it's always going to be the first one, because we always start like fools, and then we go and we learn how to be the magician, the hierophant. And you are starting, so it means you are on the right path. Remember, I told you that your future is already written, and you have to leave everything behind. That's exactly the confirmation. That's exactly the card that shows that you have to leave everything behind and just follow forward and not be scared. Even if other judging you, if other people thinking that you're a fool and you're making a mistake, that's what you have to do. So that's the beginning of your new path and new journey. The Lovers, this is amazing because I told you have this like the whole like the third of your palm is dedicated to love, and the Lovers coming here, it means you are like falling in love with someone that is your teacher, that is your guide. This card is reversed because this connection is not yet manifested in a way that is supposed to be manifested in your life. 11 is always the number of alignment and the number of like doing the right thing. Also alchemists. I told you that you are connected to the occult and the secrets of the occult, and this is the key. Always shows me that the secrets are going to be shown to you because you are the one who's holding the key. You are the one who's sitting on a chest of knowledge, and you are the one who actually resting your feet on some kind of ancient foliant. So this is a thing where you go in. This is where the person that you are supposed to love in this lifetime is going to help you with, and that's what your path. Whatever you do, wherever you are, always be in love. And sometimes the love is not supposed to be romantic. Sometimes it's just being in love with what you do, dedicating yourself to your craft, dedicating yourself to your path, to your new dogmas, to your new religion, magic, witchcraft, alchemy, occult. This is what you're supposed to love the most, dedicate yourself to, and leave everything else behind. From now on, this is the biggest love affair that you have in your life with magic. This is so interesting. The Queen of Mystic is the most unusual card here. Usually when it comes, it means that the source of your knowledge, the source of your mysticism comes from Asia, from India, from Bali, from Thailand, from Japan, from China, from all of these countries like Nepal, all of these countries that hold so many esoteric wisdom and so much esoteric science and so much history and knowledge. That's where you're supposed to learn. The strength card next to it, it tells me, because we talked about your supernatural abilities, they come from your divine feminine, so this is your strength. But also I told you, as a warrior, you're supposed to be very strong. As a warrior, you're supposed to work on your physical body, so your strength's also supposed to be tamed with exercising, with being tired, with being able to do things that others don't. You have to train your mind, and you also have to train your body. The moon card represents your fears. It's reversed. It means you're no longer scared. You're no longer scared to practice by yourself. You are open to this, the shower of stars on this card, like the moon. You're open to actually show yourself and to practice and to be vocal about what you are and what you want to do. I really like this because this is the confirmation of your palms. I do like the tarot tells exactly what the palms are telling, so it means tarot really gonna speak to you. So if you don't have a deck yet, you definitely have to have one. Tarot is the most like amazing tool for any occultist out there, for every mage and witch. So I do hope you have at least one deck, and you will learn how to use it. It's interesting that I see another 8 here, and it's reversed, and it's again connected with the Alchemist. This is the 8 of Alchemist card, like second 8 and it's second alchemy card. I do think that alchemy is something that you should really look into. This is probably already on your mind because it shows like this is like a man and he has a woman coming out from his mind. Again, your divine feminine and masculine together. So probably alchemy is something that is very hard for you, something maybe like unusual and something that you don't even know how to get into. There is not actually a lot of information on alchemy out there, but I do believe that this is something that you should really, really look into because this is what you are. This card reversed, it shows me the past betrayal. You've been betrayed by people you trusted the most, affair, friends leaving you behind. Past is in the past, but it should always be in the present. Like you should always remember the things that was done to you, because this is something that helps you to become who you are, and it actually helps you to help others. by going through every experience that you went through in the past, gonna help you to become the better person, the person who understands others who are going through the same. um, I get this like feeling from the card that you are the type of person who really have to do consultations for people. It could be like consultation in a way that's like energy healing, or it could be tarot cards, or it could be like magic, even providing services with like spells, casting spells, and things like that of this nature. This is what you should really, really consider and think about. This is something that's make you unique and strong, and that's what people, I think, will really like to get from you. That's for sure. Mages and mystics. I like this a lot. I like this card, the duality of this card and duality of this card. So you have these two sides of you. I want to talk about this card the most because these two, they actually kind of complement this one the most. This is Knight of Mages. Because we are talking about advice, how to start on your journey. This card, it's actually created by Eliphas Levi. This is the drawing of Eliphas Levi, the hexagram and the human being, the man here. So if you turn it, it always shows the same person. It's just different reflection, different what we see. The knowledge that is hidden and the knowledge that is shown. How different it is, and yet how it is the same. This card, when I have it in a reading, when I see it, it always tells me that you are so different from what people see. You are so different that when you become yourself, no one will gonna be able to realize you, to understand you, to recognize you, and to actually believe that this is you. So this card tells me that the moment you become yourself, the moment you will come into your power, you're gonna look so different physically, and you're going to be so different like mentally. You're gonna go through some kind of like crazy transformation, metamorphosis, in a way that you wanna be able to even recognize yourself. What interesting part about this card is the eyes, how different they are here. So probably when you will be coming into your power, your eye color will be changing, your hair will be changing, and the way you look like, your physical body will be changing. Probably it's even going to be happening without much happening from your side, from like you don't even have to do much. It's just like energetically your body will be shifting to look the way you used to look, like your previous reincarnation. Because this card tells me that your previous reincarnation, you've been doing something like Eliphas Levi, like writing books of occult nature that are still with us. So probably your previous reincarnation, it was someone who were like a very famous occultist, and that's why you're so connected to this, and you want to do this again, because this is what you are. You've tried normal life, it didn't work for you, you didn't have fulfillment, because your fulfillment is connected and tied with the magic, with the occult. This is one of the most insane cards to have. I do recommend you to go through Eliphas Levi, his books and his drawings, his sigils, all the ideas that he brought into the world, because they're still alive even though he died so many years ago. And maybe this is the beginning that you should go through and use in your magic, in your practice, in your life. Another 8 when it comes to mystic cards, and this is something, 8 is always abundance. 8 is always showing that results will come to you in a monetary form. You are supposed to be wealthy if you're doing everything right. And this connects with mysticism. So mysticism is actually, you see that inside of everything that is like natural, there is always something supernatural. This card shows me that the beginning, again, should be like witchcraft spells, doing some kind of interesting practices under the moonlight at night. It shows me that you have to live your normal life and maybe even find a new place where you can practice, and where you can set up your altar, where you can be free and do all the things that you want. This card represents dark arts of magic and using natural ingredients, like casting spells with literally like apple or oils, herbs, candles, all of these things that you can easily buy and find everywhere. The Hermit card, again, confirmation that you have to be by yourself if you want to find the knowledge within and the knowledge outside. And the Devil card that is reversed now. So Palmistry, this is like the card that like it shows what it is. So if you are into palm readings, you actually have to learn how to do that yourself, because you do have the ability. You probably done it in one of your past lives. So for you, just like remembering, it's just gonna come so easy to you. Like astrology, this is something that you're accustomed to, and this is something that your soul already knows how to practice. I like how many symbols and all of this occult drawings you get on your cards. Again, learn sigils. That's what you are. The Devil card here is reversed, and it's between the Hermit and between the Palmistry. So I think you are scared of pursuing the things that you actually truly passionate about, and you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. It's time for you to become insane, because that's what it is. It's probably going to be the last card I've pulled. I'm just going to pull one from the bottom, and I want to talk about this Devil card. The Devil card is the most strong card in the deck. When it comes like this, it's always showing that you have to conquer something within this dragon that's there, you know. In this card specifically, it's the card of movement. Devil is very different in every deck. This specific deck is showing me that literally this is the Knight of Templar. For me, the Knight Templars, that's what they were doing. They were always fighting with something, not even with people, not even with church. It's just like with this knowledge, you know, and that's what you are. It's probably again one of your incarnations. You have to go to one of the countries that are Knight Templars were very prominent before, and to follow the steps, see their tombs, see their castles, like get the energy of this place, the warrior energy. I do recommend you Portugal, Malta, France, and any city that you find that is connected to Knights Templars. I feel like when you're going to ask for guidance, countries, destinations, people, everything will come to you because you are very connected. And I like this card a lot because it shows me that the only enemy on your path is you. No one is against you. You are the only one who can stop yourself, but yet you are the only one who can actually help yourself to become the best version of you. And I like this combination. Those three cards are probably top 10 my favorite cards in this deck, and just in general too. I like that you always get the cards of the beginning. You always get the scariest card like the Moon and the Devil, and you also get the amazing cards like 8, like abundance card, and the Hermit, because you are hermiting when you healing and when you growing, when you coming into your power. I'm gonna pull the last card. It's from the bottom of the deck to see what it is. This is probably the moment. This is your goal. This card is it's where you go in. Even though it's reversed, it's just because you're just starting. That's where you go in 3 of Mages. 3 is the number of mastery. This is the mage who is maybe in the middle of his journey because it's only 3. There's so much more to go. This is the person who holds the sun and the moon in one hand and the magical creation, like human creation, in another, something that helps with the magic. The red here means that you're already on fire. Your heart is on fire, your soul is on fire, you're ready to do that. The earth is completely empty and dark brown. That's all you need. You don't need to walk in any fancy place or any fancy destination. You just need to stand on your ground, stand on earth. That's where your energy is from. I like the outfit. That's where you go into. When we are talking about tools that's going to help you with your path and with your journey, that's what I think you should do. You should express yourself more physically too. You should dress the part. If you're a magician, occultist, if you are choosing this path, don't be scared to look the part. Don't be scared to stand out in a crowd. Don't be scared to attract people. Don't be scared people to come to you and ask you what is it that you wear. So the more crazier you look like, again, the more your mind will understand that you are choosing this path and you are doing something crazy. and you being a crazy person, and you are choosing the supernatural, you're choosing something that behind the veil. You no longer belong to 3D, to normal life. You belong to the other side of this life, to the side that no one sees, but only you can understand. I'm going to stop now. If you have any questions, definitely email me and ask the questions that you have. I hope it helps. There are so many things that you can do. Your future is actually amazing. Don't be scared. It's better than you think it is. Dream bigger, because you can manifest anything you want, and use magic to achieve your own selfish goals. First, you have to help yourself to become the person you want, and you have to dream bigger, and you have to want things, and crazy things, like amazing things that you never wanted before. The more you want, the more you attract. Ask questions. Ask the guidance from the universe, from the other world, underworld, Valhalla. Ask your guides, your spirits. Ask anyone that you think is around you, because you have so many guides at the moment. You are so connected with all of them. You don't really have to worship anyone, because you're not really of human nature. So you just have to know that they are present and treat them as your friends and as your guides and as your teachers. You have to worship yourself. Sometimes you have to give yourself more credit and more love. Learn how to love yourself like you never loved yourself before. Work with mirrors. Mirrors supposed to be in your room, at least 3 mirrors at any given time. Mirrors, they kind of enhance your energy, and they act as portals, and then bring more energy and more presence into your house, into your home, anywhere you are. You can even carry a tiny small mirror with you, because mirror, they have like magical effect on your soul and your body and your energy and your vibrations. Try to be happy and be positive. Be very clear about your intentions and about the things that you say. Anything negative you say comes back to you. Anything positive you say comes back to you. So the more positive things you say about yourself, the more you think about yourself in a way that you achieved everything you ever wanted, the more it's gonna happen. So be mindful about everything that goes on in your life, because you can manifest anything, and you can become amazing. You have an amazing path ahead of you, successful path, and don't be scared to walk in it. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to read your palms and to read your cards. I feel like that great things are coming for you, and my peace follows you everywhere you go, and good luck with everything.